and it's gonna sound terrible, but like I hate to be classified as a team sometimes because there's so many things that I'm responsible for that it just gets under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
But I was telling like some of my phrases, like I don't know if you guys remember, like the if you ain't locked in, you're boxed in. Like, bro, think of how many people were using that shit. Yeah. That was my shit, and like didn't nobody, they weren't giving me my dues. They would just put it, and like Rich would put it, and I would swipe up on Rich's shit and be like, bro, that's trademarked.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta tag me at least, or like Creekside would put it like, bro, that's trademarked. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But
no, I feel it though.
And I have so many of those, or so many like coin trademarks, or fucking, or put people in certain directions that like. Yeah. To be honest, like, I hate to say like that I did this or that, but like the fact of the matter is that I personally influenced a lot.
No, yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
well, just like particular breedings, or like, yes, there's breeders, around us,
Yeah, I know.
That have, where I've pointed them.
You want you to elaborate.
Yeah, where I've pointed them in certain directions, but that's never highlighted. It's it becomes their
salud.
Yeah,
it becomes theirs. You know what I'm saying? Rather than like, oh, shout out Stats, like he pointed me in this direction and it worked out. And there's so many of that, and like I said, or like coin phrases like the if you ain't locked in, you boxing, or all bullshit, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People start using that. I keep that out of my bio.
See, and that's like me too. I do the same shit. Like I got, if it's exotic, I don't want it. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And I said, people, what I say, people like, productions don't, and I seen hella people using that shit too. You know what I mean?
I don't remember if you remember, but we talked about the bully style Frenchies. You remember that long time
ago? I've been pumping that whole shit for 2017. Yeah. Bully style Frenchies. And I see hella people,
And that's where we headed, baby.
Got to be a leader, though,
Yeah.
But
see, that's what I'm saying is like you have been able to do that and been like you've been you. Mm-hmm. Where like I feel like sometimes I've been overshadowed by the cloak of the home team rather than California Supreme Bullies.
Yeah.
And it's no slight at them. Like those are my brothers. Like we've accomplished things together and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like sometimes like I want to be my own man. Not be under that umbrella. Respectfully.
Yeah, like when I see like Chucho, for example, at the shows, and he has the whole home team shit, but he's the only one there.
Yeah, right.
It's like, fuck, he's representing, but it's like, man, it's the home team ain't here. Like, you're the only one here.
Yeah, for
real. But
I
seen that shit like multiple times. I seen Cali Connect doing his thing, and he's out there.
Right.
But he's still repping the home team,
Right.
But I'm saying, I get what you're saying, though.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, though. That's something I do want to, like, not change, but, like, if I go to a show, like, I want to be my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure. And that's why I feel like a lot of pride.
It's nothing against them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's your fucking work.
Yeah,
it's your work.
My work, you know what I mean? It's my craft.
And that's how I feel like when I represent my shit, it's like, this is what I did.
Right.
Like, I worked with, like, your blood. I worked with multiple bloods, but I put this shit together. This is mine. This belongs to me.
Right.
Yeah, like,
they don't belong to nobody but me.
We go back to the basics. I started off this shit off one bitch. You know what I mean?
It
worked out for me. You know what I mean? I'm happy with where it's going to. You know what I mean?
It's crazy to think that, like, going back to this, it's the same story. Like, you started with one female, I started with one female, you started with one female.
Yeah.
And it's like, and like, here we are.
How do we cook it?
You're the snake. And, we cooked well enough.
How do we cook it up?
To be here, we cooked well enough to where, like, I guess you have earned our respect enough for us to be like, bro, Isaac, come through and do this. And we earned your respect enough to be like, oh, for sure, I'll do it.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shout out Isaac, though. I appreciate you fucking with me and let me collaborate, bro. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
And this and the evil ways breeding, you know what I mean? It's first of many, bro. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Then we got, part of the team too. We got Cali Connect just bred the Evil Ways. Evil Ways and Jelly Bean. Yeah. Jelly Bean has been a female that has been getting a lot of love and
after the fucking off the leash.
Yeah.
People were talking about like that's the best dog I've seen.
Yeah.
So shout out Cali Connect for bringing the baddest bitch a lot of people have ever seen.
Texas
to Evil Ways.
If you can't admit that, you tripping.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And well,
She is
you know,
dope bitch.
respectfully, there was the other dog. I believe her name was it Felony.
Oh yeah, well,
I haven't seen her in person, but that
Yeah,
bitch
it's
looks
that dog,
dope.
right? Felony. Yeah. So I did see her in person.
Yeah.
The dog's super nice. You know.
super
Oh, yeah.
fucking nice.
I can't knock the dog at all. The dog's super small. The dog has good bone for her size. The good dog has a good rear for her
Yeah,
size.
I seen. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
lilac. You know,
She's very
everything.
complete
Nice
for the
face.
size she is. She likes. I mean,
Hey, but
me, she
but
likes
look,
nothing.
keep it 100. I've been fucking with Hustle Hard. I tried to buy his bitch,
Yeah.
which is Wee Wee's mom, before he produced Wee Wee.
Okay.
Offered him, I think 20,000 or 25.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, "Nah, I need to work with her still." And this is like 5 years ago. That's why I'm locked in with Hustle Hard. That's my, I fuck
Yeah.
with him. And he was like, "Nah, I gotta work with her still."
Yeah.
And then he produced Wee Wee.
Wee Wee. Yeah.
But I try to buy Kiki, dope bitch, Deuce daughter,
Yeah.
And I tried to buy that bitch like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah,
it's crazy how the game goes.
Yeah.
And then to be honest, like I've avoided this in certain interviews or certain, on camera, but I'll say it because it is what it is. But like, bro, I bred Wee Wee to Gringo's mom before
you sold
Joe got her,
yeah.
and
What happened?
Did not.
It didn't
work.
click.
Did not.
Yeah.
It was only one puppy, so small sample size. So
Yeah,
it's no
yeah.
knock to Wee Wee, and that's why I honestly like avoid the conversation or avoid saying it on camera because I would never want to knock Wee Wee. I mean, clearly Wee Wee's done his thing and has produced nice dogs. For me in particular, with that particular breeding, did not work at all.
Well, with me as well. I bred one of my females to Detox.
Okay.
I didn't like how it
just
didn't work out for me.
It didn't work
so I avoided it. I cut that shit out.
Yeah.
But I know that XB could do some.
Yeah, for sure.
he could do some things.
And I've said that in certain or like in interviews or in other conversations, like when I shout out like Hub City or I shout out like Mocha, or I shout out like Hustle Hard. Although they have beautiful dogs and I love their dogs and I love what they're doing and stuff like that, I don't know if it's compatible with what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Some of it is not gonna
So,
fucking click.
people are like, oh, like you love their dogs, but you're not going to work with them. It's not really the case, but it's just like, not everything, not everything works.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly. Like I like what Pack Bullies is doing. He's got wide, but I don't think it's gonna work with my shit, But
Yeah.
I still
shout out
I'm
Pack
still
Bullies.
rooting for
Shout out
him,
to Pack Bullies. I hope
I'm still rooting for him because I'm like, man, those are dope ass dogs.
Yeah.
But I
I
don't
hope-
think it's gonna work because
I hope he's
worked
not out the game though.
I seen him.
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
been
sell some
around a
dogs.
long
Yeah.
time.
No,
Pack
but-
Bully's been around a long
He's
time.
been
He
around
was
a lot.
putting in work though,
But he just tried to. I think he sold his whole yard right now recently.
Oh, did
he was trying to like post like he was selling dogs, but
Yeah.
for sure, like I fuck with him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
He's got some
cool
dope
and his
shit.
dogs are dope.
Yeah.
But
The game's tough right now, bro. Like a lot of people have sold their yards or like quit and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, the dog market is just like any other market, just like the housing market, just like the stock market, just like anything else. There's gonna be ups and downs. Like I explained to everybody, like the market is always like this.
yeah,
Like watch.
real estate.
Although it's up and down.
You're the snake.
Yeah.
You know?
It's continuously going up.
fucking-
It's up and down, but it's
yeah.
continuously going up.
No, that's what I tell people. Even the real estate is gonna take a dip, but overall, it's going
It's
up.
continuously going
So-
up. So the people that are like getting out of the dog game and stuff like that, like, I mean, obviously do what you need to do, what's best for your family, but the people that are holding their nuts and are still producing and breeding the way they want to breed, essentially those are the people that are gonna win.
Yeah,
And
for sure. Yeah.
and I'm headed to the winner's circle.
that's why I need to fucking
Lock
focus
in.
back in because
Yeah.
I was not sleeping, but I'm just chilling.
And I think, and that's why I kind of, was intrigued by this. Shout out to our first sponsor for episode 1 of the Bully Movement podcast, 559 Designer Bulls. If you're not following him, go ahead and give him a follow. He's been picking up a bunch of studs lately, and he seems really committed to the game. So give him a follow and shout out 559 Designer Bulls.